On episode 9 of Would I Rebuy This Guitar, we're going to be talking about a guitar I actually have some footage of. And that is the Fender Made in Japan Troublemaker Telecaster. When the first Parallel Series Universe guitars came around and I saw this Troublemaker Telly, I thought, oh man, I would love one of those. And it seemed like a perfect marriage for me. Mahogany Telecaster, two humbuckers, kind of fills the need of a Les Paul I didn't have at the time. Just had my Jazzmaster, my Strat, and my Telecaster, and I was like, yeah, maybe this is the one for me. I didn't love the price though, so I never went through with it. So last year, around this time, right around March, I saw Fender Japan offered the same guitar. And I said, you know what? Let's give it a shot. When it showed up, the first thing I thought was, it's heavy. It was a heavy guitar. I think that thing weighed about 9.5 pounds. But once I sat down with it, oh, it was nice. It was a really good guitar. I really liked the slightly overdriven sound on this guitar. I think that any guitar with humbuckers that you're going to throw in a high gain situation, it's going to do a pretty good job of it, just because you're simply not going to deal with the 60 cycle or any of the hum associated with single coils. But where this guitar really shined for me was a little bit past edge of breakup, when you're really starting to give like a kind of like an Oasis-y distortion level of drive. I think that it was like fantastic at that kind of sound to it. I think for lead tone, I liked the neck pickup a lot. It had a lot of cream on it. So here's the thing. When you get a Telecaster with two humbuckers in it, it's not gonna sound just like a Les Paul, but it's not gonna sound like a Telecaster either. It's just kind of this weird in between. It still doesn't have that thickness and that beef that a Les Paul has, but it kind of loses some of that bright character that a normal Telecaster has. And would I say this was a bad guitar? No, actually, I really liked it. I think if it wasn't so heavy, I think I might have been more keen to keep it. Although I will say there are two things that I did not care for on this guitar. The first were the pickups. I don't think it's a good match. I think if you're going to be doing this kind of Telecaster that's really going after, a different kind of group of musicians from a normal Telecaster or a Telecaster Deluxe, which also comes with these wide range pickups, I think that they should have went the more shiflet route and put in more PAF style humbuckers. I think that would have been a much better match for this guitar. Now, it didn't come with coil splitting, but I don't think it needs it. And, that's for taste. I think the other thing, they should have had this be a set neck guitar. I think Fender, off the top of my head, I know they make the special HH Telecaster that is a set neck glued in, but I think it's only Indonesian. I don't think there is an American model that comes with the set neck outside of the custom shop. And I feel like if you're gonna go this far and try and make like a Les Paul-y Telecaster, what's the harm? You might as well glue the neck in. It'd be kind of cool, and it would really, I think that would do a lot for the actual overall sound of the instrument. The other thing that I would like to give food for thought here, I would absolutely buy a Japanese one over the American one because of how the price difference is. When you look at the construction of the two of them, not all that different. However, the price, very different. I think the American one now, the white one, it's like $2,300, where if you're kind of savvy or you know where to look, you can get one of the Japanese ones for under $1,000. You factor in your import tax, because anything over $800 that you get from Japan, you're going to have to pay an import duty on that. And you're looking at maybe $1,100, $1,150 to get one, unless it's already here in America, in which case, even better. Anything 12 or less, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. But quality-wise, I had a Cabernita that was American at the same exact time as this Japanese one. Quality was better on the Japanese one. Now, I know that varies from guitar to guitar, but it kind of left me scratching my head a little bit, but I'm going to dive into recent American Fenders in a later video. Just wanted to give you that little tidbit of advice. So why did I sell this guitar? I bought it to sell it, if I'm just being completely transparent. I knew that it was not available in America. At the time, the Parallel Universe 2s were not a thing yet, and were not available here. I saw the finish. I knew Japanese quality was top notch. I got a good price. I did make a few dollars on it. But when it actually did sell, I was kind of bummed a little bit because I had grown to really like it. I think if it was a little bit lighter, I would have put up a little bit more of a fight with myself to try and justify keeping it, but that particular guitar was a bit too heavy for my tastes. So it begs the question, would I rebuy this guitar? I would buy it in the Arctic White from Japan if I could get it for $1,000. Yeah, I would. I liked it. It was different enough. It was cool enough. It's got a great aesthetic to it. Loved the big 70s Strat style headstock on it. A little heavy for my tastes, but you know, maybe 8.5 pounds or closer to 8 pounds. Arctic White, I think I'd do it. And that is going to wrap up week 9 of Would I Rebuy This Guitar. And today I just wanted to say a special thanks to all you guys who have been commenting and interacting with. I'm starting to really grow and feel like I kind of know some of you. So thank you to Rowan, to Ian, to Rich, to Guillermo, Jeremy, everybody else that's interacting on all these videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and you know, hopefully we can keep this thing going and growing. So share this video with your friends if you like what I'm doing, you like the channel. Subscribe if you have not already. Leave me a comment. What do you think about Fender Japan? I got a big video that's actually taking me a lot longer than I wanted to take about Fender Japan, but I think it'll be worth it. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow for a new week of new videos. Take care.